If somebody is in favor of fighting back, okay, among the Democrats, and that somebody is Ted Strickland. He's the governor of Ohio. He just barely lost a very narrow race for re-election in Ohio, and he's tired of it. And it's interesting because it's all coming from Ohio, because Congressman Tim Ryan was on the show on election night, and he said he was talking to Strickland, and they were both fed up, and all the Democrats in Ohio were fed up, and for this reason. Let me give you some of his quotes. First, he says, I think there's a hesitancy to talk using populist language. I think it has to do with some sort of intellectual elitism that considers that kind of talk is somehow lacking in sophistication. I'm not sure where it comes from, but I think it's there. There's an unwillingness to draw a line in the sand. First of all, he's 1,000,000% right. Look, why can't you just say the things that are true, the things that I said in the last segment? The rich keep getting all the breaks. The big banks keep getting all the breaks. That's not false populism. That's actually true. And you know who else agrees with that? Republicans do. Not their politicians, but the actual voters. What the hell's wrong with saying that? And why can't you at some point draw a goddamn line in the sand? But he's not done yet. He continues by saying about the tax cuts for the wealthy and how we should take them away. He says, quote, I mean, if we can't win that argument, we might as well just fold up. These people are saying we're going to insist on tax cuts for the richest people in the country, and we don't care if they're paid for, and we don't think it's a problem if it contributes to the deficit. But we're not going to vote to extend unemployment benefits to working people if they aren't paid for because they contribute to the deficit. I mean, what's wrong with that? How can it be any more clear? Again, 100% right. It's what we say on the show all the time. And I have that Zoolander moment where I'm like, am I the one that took the crazy pill? Isn't this the easiest win in political history, where you say these some of my bitches want to give 140 billion or 700 billion, depending on your time frame, to the richest people in the country. But when it comes to taking care of working people, they draw the line and say, no, hell no. We don't give a damn about working people. If you can't take advantage of that, you suck. You suck. And it's so refreshing to see a Democratic governor actually say, no, you're right. We suck. And I don't know why we can't do this thing. What the hell's wrong with us? Quote number 3. He says, I saw what CNN said after that meeting yesterday, meeting that the president had with the Republicans and Democratic leadership. He said, a line saying that the president said he should have been willing to work with the GOP earlier. What? After all this, you don't realize these people want to destroy you and your agenda? How many times do you have to be, slapped in the face? Thank you, Governor Strickland. Exactly. How many times do you have to be slapped in the face? It's as if I took over Governor Strickland's body, which would be a dicey thing. I don't really want to do that, and he definitely doesn't want me to do that. But here's a Democratic politician who Ohio was hit really, really hard. Strickland fought back hard. He barely lost, and he says at the end, look, our voters are not energized. The reason they're not energized is because we're not making our case. They keep slapping us across the face. We got these great political wins if we want to take them, but our national leadership is so weak. He doesn't want to say the president is weak, right? So he pulls back on that. He's, I support the president, la, la, la. But it's obvious he's talking about the president. It's obvious he's talking about the Senate leadership. And he's saying, for the love of God, draw a line in the sand and fight back. I got one more for you. Quote number 4. He says, look at what they did with health care. I mean, I understand a reluctance to reach the conclusion that I think a reasonable person can reach, that Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell was speaking the truth when he said his goal was not to govern, not to develop public policy, but his goal is to defeat this president in 2012. I think when the base understand that's what's at stake, the base is going to be much more willing to engage and join the fight. The base is going to be less willing to join the fight if they don't see the clear differences. The differences are there, for God's sake. Exactly. He got it. Okay. Now, if you can just convince everybody else to get it. One last thing on this. Look, the Democrats have to have a national message. All politics is national now. Everybody has cable news. Everybody's got the internet. And so it isn't, hey, I'm going to vote for Billy Bob down the street. It's about nationalized elections. And the Republicans have a nationalized message, which they repeat over and over and over again. Limited government, less taxes, balanced budgets. Now, they don't actually believe it. They've never balanced a budget in the last 30 years. Every time they come into office, they blow the budget up, right? But they just keep repeating that message until people think that they're for balanced budgets. What is the Democratic message on the other side? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Nothing. I know. I've asked Democratic congressmen and senators, what is your national message? They're like, I don't know, jobs? No, I'm not asking you what your message is today. Jobs is a fine message. I mean, anybody can say that. No, I'm asking you, what is your national message over the last 10 years, over the last 30 years, over the next 10 years? What are you saying to the American people? Why should they vote for you? And that's why you lose all these elections. Ted Strickland is 100% right.